Hi, I'm Anita from Needles and Hooks, and welcome to episode 21 of Yarn With Me. It's where I'm going to sit here and work on one of my projects that I desperately need to get done because I have, like, I think, probably now 17 of them. I started a loom project over here. I got to stop doing that. Anyway, I want to say hi, hello to all of you watching, and especially to all 47 of my subscribers. Hi, love you guys. Anyway, today my project of choice. I was going to work on this, but I was like, yeah, no. I'm going to work on the blanket backing for my blanket that's like that direction. Because it's going to get cold. This definitely won't be done by this weekend. When it's going to get downright frigid. Like highs of only like 11 and lows in the negatives. So I'm like, I am not ready for that at all. So I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to set my timer for 30 minutes. Because then we're going to take a break at 30. And then come back and do 30 more minutes. Timer is set. And away we go. I don't have much of this yarn left. I mean, there's a decent sized ball, but maybe I'm hoping I can like get through that in this session. Let me back up a little bit, try to move this over. I still need to fix that. It doesn't go back and forth freely, my microphone. Yeah, I need to figure out how to fix that, so that's a project for another day, because that requires taking the mic off and then taking that out of there and then seeing if I can't, like, get that fixed. I don't think I have a hammer, but I don't want to screw it up. I also need, like, something underneath it so I don't just accidentally hit it too hard and make it flat. See, I'm still not close backed up enough. There we go. There we are. Okay. I have my space heater running because it is, it's cold. It's under 30 degrees right now. And I'm like, I need to keep this heater on. I don't like being cold at all unless I'm sleeping. But then again, I have a ton of blankets I can use if I get cold. But if I'm up and doing stuff, I do not like to be extremely cold. I do not like to be extremely hot. I just want to be just right. Goldilocks right here. Anywho, it's been a minute since I've done one of these. I took last week off from YouTube because that cough I've been having, remnants of the cold I had over Christmas and New Year's, wouldn't just stop. So I had to like do a bunch of stuff to try to get rid of that. I mean, I still slightly have it, but not as bad as it was last week. So hopefully it will stay at bay and I won't have to do a bunch of edits. I'm also over a week behind on my temperature blanket because of that reason as well. I couldn't just like justify sitting over there and then having to figure out where I need to edit my coughing fits out. But I've got all the temperatures written down except for the low temperature for the 14th, which is the day I'm recording this on, because I don't know if it's going to get, because this morning the low was like 10 degrees, so I don't know if it's going to get lower than that, so I didn't write that down. I'll write that one down tomorrow. I'm going to spend this week and probably next week playing catch up with that blanket, because it's like, I kind of need this to not get off track. And having that cold, and then it kept hanging on because it got cold outside, didn't help. So hopefully I can get back on track with that. I'm gonna do this and then shoot my vlog right afterwards. That way I don't have to worry about doing those later on in this week. Well, I'm gonna shoot this one and then eat dinner and then do the other one, because it's like I don't want to sit here for 2 hours, because you know what, I just got off of work not too long ago, maybe 30 minutes ago, yeah. Just got home. So I'm like, I want to do this first, and then I'll eat, and then I'll do other stuff afterwards. And tomorrow I will start catching up the temperature blanket. I had 2 days where it was the same temperature for both days, which is, I mean, it's not unheard of, but it's a little weird. I had to constantly double check if I was like looking at the correct day. So that was fun. So I don't know what happened. It's like as soon as it got to turn over to January, it was just was cold. I mean, we're supposed to have a slight warm up. Is it tomorrow? And Thursday, and then it's supposed to snow Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. So I'm not looking forward to that. Especially on Friday when it claims we're supposed to get anywhere 2 to 5 inches of snow. I'm so over this. And it's only January. Weather's been insane. Last year it was just hot, hot, hot. And it stayed hot really late, and the trees got confused. Most of them still had leaves going into October. So it's like, can Mother Nature take a chill pill and get back to normal? Because these cold temperatures are gonna just mess me up. Which I have plenty of scarves and hats that I can wear. And I do need to do more project tutorials. So I'm trying to, like, I've got one sitting over here that you can kind of see. This is my prototype. I've only got one skein of that yarn. So I'm kind of limited as to how long that's going to end up being. So we'll find that out, and then I've got a comparable yarn to that I can do the tutorial with. I just need to finish that one first. It's really simple. It's not hard. It's a 4-row repeat, which we like. We like easy and quick repeats. Except for, like, I've got a scarf down here I need to finish, and my knit wrap is in my room in a container waiting, because I got too much stuff going on my desk to get back to sit and focus on that right now, because that is the wrap is, I think, is a 16-row repeat, I think. And the scarf down here is also a 16-row repeat, which I already shot that part. I just need to finish the scarf so I can have the intro for it before I do, like, the editing and stuff. Because I plan on putting, like, the instructions on the video. And I need to figure out how I'm going to do that to where it makes sense. I don't want it, yeah, I'm sitting there thinking about, like, where the YouTube video, where the plaything is at the bottom. I might put the instructions at the top so it doesn't get covered. Now, if I run out of this yarn before, during this session, I'll pick this up and work on it. That is my JTYA Winter Mal 25 project. It is a blanket cardigan. I'm almost done with the front side. I've got I think 18 rows left on that before I fasten it off and then start working on the sleeves, but I need to check it first, because I don't think it's what I wanted it to do was to wrap on one side and then go put your arms through the sleeves and then have it wrap over. But I don't think I made it wide enough for my my bodacious hips to get wrapped up in. So we'll see. I just need to finish it and look at it. I can't really add more rows to it on the sides, because that's the front panels are on the sides. So, well, I'm just going to chalk it up as a learning experience and then figure it out again to get it correct, which that's fine. It doesn't really bother me, unless I do like something with short rows, but I don't know how that would work. Or not how it would work. I know how short rows work, or how it would look. Having short rows at the bottom part of the fronts, the two fronts to... No, see, that wouldn't work. Never mind. I figured it out. That wouldn't work. So I will figure that out. My guess is I probably, instead of doing it, this one is side to side. So I think when I do another one, I'll work it from the bottom up. So I won't have to worry about that. It will be all the front panels and all the way around the sides, and then get to a certain point and then do the armholes and then do the sleeves. Because with the sleeves on that one, I'm planning on having a thumb hole at the bottom, so I can keep my... It'll stay put and I can keep my wrist covered. That way if I'm like working on something, my sleeves aren't going to interfere with what I'm doing. Or at least shouldn't. I don't know. I've not ever had anything that had thumb holes in the sleeves. So I don't think that would be too difficult to make. Just stop at a certain point and then just do... don't go in the round, but front and back until you get to where your thumb fits, and then go back to doing it in the round for maybe 2 or 3 rows, and then done. So, and I didn't want to use anyone's pattern. I did look at a bunch of them just to see what they did with the sleeves. So I got that sorted. But my goal is to get it to the point where, like on something that you wear, that I can show you how to take measurements so you can make your own and not have to worry about patterns that have your size in it, or they don't have your size in their pattern. Because I don't know if every designer has tests out the pattern in every size. I've never been a beta tester, so I don't really know. And I've never had beta testers either, so I don't know that at all. But that's something to work on and figure out. I have plans on doing things like that too, where oh, it reminds me, I'm working on a thing for like a summer cover-up, a tank top cover-up. So I need to get, I set aside some clover steel crochet hooks. You know, those lovely steel crochet hooks for the cotton thread, because that's what I plan on doing. I'm planning on probably using this shirt as a template to do it. But I just need to figure out what kind of pattern I want, and how I want it to go. What kind of design is it going to be? It's going to be like a t-shirt-ish. But as far as a stitch pattern, I haven't decided that yet. What is my yarn doing? Ooh, I will run out of that yarn. And then I can like switch to that project because it uses the same hook. Yeah, all I needed to do was do a couple more rows. I'm also going to take my rug in my car and have it at work as my car project yet again, because it's like the Wi-Fi doesn't reach out to my car very well in the parking lot. So I'm going to put that in the car and probably just leave it in there instead of like dragging it back up the stairs when I get home from work. It can just live in the car. Yeah, I said as soon as I run out of this yarn and I have to attach a new one, I won't do this on camera, but off camera I'm going to start sewing this one to the other one that's over here, the panel I finished a while back, just so I can like make sure it's working properly. Because I want them to be the same size, and I really don't want to count rows. It's the only reason why I'm going to do it that way. And at one point it might get too heavy to have over here at the desk, just like my daughter's blanket is now in my room because it's too big to be working on over here at the desk. Now if I didn't have this L-shaped desk, it would have been fine, but unfortunately I'm still stuck with this thing for the time being. So I have like a before bed project. I can maybe do some like 2 to 4 rows of that before I go to bed a night. And maybe like an hour before bed I'll go and work on it. I need to figure out what color I'm gonna start with. I don't want to use a big giant ball. Ugh. Let's see. I'll just use this one next on it. I need to position myself back where I was. There we go. That way I can just attach it and be on my merry little way and finish that row, and then I'll pick up that other project. I've been working on the Juan the Yarn Addict's Cornerstone pathways. I'm on my last skein of Red Heart Super Saver Jumbo Stripes in Latte. So I'm hoping that's going to give me 16 more rounds of that color. Right now I'm not sure what round I'm on with the toffee. That's right here. Working that in. And I do 8 rounds of that. And as soon as I run out of the latte, I'm going to use up the toffee, and then that'll be the end of that blanket. When I run out of yarn, the blanket's done. So that's how I'm working that one. This yarn is being fussy. Sometimes I can pull it through to finish my single crochet. Other times it's like, nope, you thought wrong. You thought you were going to make the stitch. You were sadly mistaken. Ugh, it's so cold in here. So yeah, so if you can hear my space heater, it's like I apologize, but I have to have it on. These windows are not insulated very well, so air comes through, and I couldn't get back there to do any kind of like weatherproofing because the desk is like huge and it's in the way and would be impossible to like move to get that accomplished. So yeah, that's not happening. Maybe if I can just get a normal desk. Normal desk. I also need to get a new printer. And next week, I think, is it next week? Either next week or shortly after, like probably, I don't know, the weekend, I'm going to order myself a Stanwood ball winder. an early birthday present to myself. Because I kind of need a ball winder because my skeins, especially when they get smaller, are just out of control. And I just kind of just want to cake them up and so I can like stack them somewhere. It's like I'm trying to get this taken care of over here. I sort of kind of did it. This place is like, it's like the more I try to get organized, the worse it gets. And I don't understand why. If this place was just a little bit bigger, I could stage things so I can, like, after work, go through them and deal with it so I can declutter. But it's just hasn't been working. I got all these like recipes and stuff down here on the floor that I'm typing up into a Scrivener file just so I can like get rid of all this crap that's sitting over here. I also have a ton of other papers that has writing that I did through when I was a kid. So I need to type those up. So they're somewhere. So I can declutter all of that. The one thing I need to stop doing is starting more projects than I finish. It's like 2 projects that could be finished if I just buckle down on it. Would be this thing and this one here. I also have my double knit project that's kind of buried under everything. It's like if I just had like a couple of days, more than 2 days off of work, I could like make a serious dent into all this stuff. Because right now it's just like I just only have time to work on it after work. And when I do these Yarn With Me episodes help me focus on 1 or 2 projects just to like move the needle on them. Ooh, look at that. Haha. Let me tie it to, whoa, okay. Yarn balls. Now I gotta chase it. Okay. Let's not be on the floor. Just sit there. Stay there. All snug and cozy in my projects so I can attach you to this yarn here. Where's the end? There's your end. Found it. Yeah, it's kind of like got shades of like purple and white and gray. So that's fine. I was worried this was going to be another brown color. I think I have another brownish one in there, but I didn't want to use it yet. And I'm just knotting it. Now I'm going to chuck this in my container. And then we'll probably work until the 30 minutes is up. Why not? And then I'll pick up this project. And like I said, off screen I'll start attaching this to the other one. Gotta make sure they are on the correct sides. Or what I want to be the outside. And then I'll go up to a certain point and then I'll start crocheting on this again. And do it until I reach the top of the other panel, and then that's the end of that one. See, I have changed colors now. I do not know how much of this blanket yarn I'm going to need for this project. I have no idea. I bought 2 new ones like months ago. They're still in my room, and then I found this at the Ark. So I was like, all right, let me take this apart and do work on this with it. Because when I run out of this, I'll use the other 2 that I bought, and then I run out of that, and then I'll buy 2 more. Or go to the Ark and see if anybody's made another blanket with blanket yarn. I'm hilarious. Yes, I am. Because there is a Goodwill outlet store where you purchase things by weight. I have not been in there yet. Kind of want to do that one of these days, but not this weekend. It's going to be too cold. It's like, I'm not about to do that. Because then I can get blankets, either crochet it or knit, wash them, and then salvage the yarn from them. So I'm just recycling yarn instead of go out and buying new yarn, which I'll have to do a vlog at some point. I'll probably do that tonight anyway. I think I already said that after I have dinner. And then show that, because that yarn for this thing over here is going to be part of that vlog. To rattle off some yarn. I need to count my stitches, make sure I still have 13. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, I do 12, 13. I already know this blanket, once I get this backing done and get it attached, is going to be heavy. It'd be great for winter. And I would only have to need 1 blanket and not like 3 or 4. I have a smaller blanket that I use if I want to like have my head out from under the covers, but my arms are still cold. I can drape that over my arms. I sleep weird. I slept so weird last night. My blanket went sideways and I was wondering where my feet were cold. I dropped 2 of my smaller blankets off onto the floor. I slept like a maniac. Hopefully I won't have that problem tonight. Hopefully. It always seems it happens like Tuesdays. Right when I go back to work after having 2 days off. Yeah, that timer goes off. I'll finish the row that I'm on. And then we'll take a nice little break. Because we all need breaks, and it's I can sit here for hours on end, but it's always good to get up and do something else for a few minutes. Get a drink, something to eat, do something for a few minutes, and then you can come back at it being all nice and refreshed. Because I plan on drinking some coffee, getting up for a minute, and just take a break, do nothing of great importance except hydrate. I don't have any snacks, so I can't have a snack because I'm going to eat dinner anyway after this. Just turned. If there was only an easier way to like do this, because every time you turn it one way and then turn it back, the your starting chain gets twisted. If I just figure out how to do it without that twisting, that would be awesome. Unless, I don't know. Yeah, the only way to do it is to keep turning it the same direction. Oh, and I finished a row, so time's up. It is now time to take that break. I'm watching you. You better take that break. I'm serious. Take a break. And we're back. I hope you had a nice break. So I'm now going to pick up this project over here. I just need to find where I was at. Okay, right here. Aw. I hate it when that happens. Oh well. I mean, I'll try my best to hide it in on the back side. But you can see, here's the top. I got my armholes. Can't really see the other one because I can't see the other one. And it's just like just a blanket cardigan. I do want to plan on putting a hood on this just so I can like sit here and be warm if it gets cold. Like right after work, because I leave my my heater at 68, and most of the time it does not kick on when I'm at work. So I need to start my timer again. If I can get the phone to open. There we go. And we're off. I think I'm on row 3. Yeah. 3 of 20. I do not think I will get all of that, all 20 rows done in this session. I don't even think I could get 20 rows done in an hour, honestly, because this is, I started with a chain of 91 and just had at it. It's just single crochet. Nothing too drastic. This is just like a prototype. And the next one I would do would, I'd work from the bottom up. Okay, now I'm at that knot. Let me make sure I get it on the wrong side here. That's not the wrong side, which is facing me. See if I can manipulate it. There we go. Hopefully it stays put. When I come back the other way, I'll make sure it's like not visible on the front. I bought, this is a big twist in cerulean blue. Managed to get it to be center pull. Haha. I didn't think I could. So I've been like just pulling it from the outside. And I even tried to make a spindle, a yarn spindle, so it would like rotate around. It did not work out very well. So yeah. Anywho, I do want to get one of those though, like just so I don't have to fight to find the center. I could just have it just parked over here, and then have it just go around and around and around. But yeah, I'm excited to like get this ball winder because I've been wanting one for a while, just so I can like get my nonsense contained. I still have way too much nonsense that you can't see. I bought yeah, cerulean blue, and this is like gray fleck or something. It's all big twist and lilac. I've already used one skein of each of these and started on the second one. I bought 3 of those and just one of these because it's a value pound plus. So I'm like going, yeah, I don't really need like a whole bunch of yarn. I might have a skein of each left over, which is fine. It'll go into my stash yarn that I can do other things with. Oh, don't you yarn barf on me. Okay. So, yeah. I tend to buy things in 3s unless it's the big giant skeins of yarn. Then I tend to just buy 1. Or 2 or whatever. I do need to get started on working the color palette challenge. So I still need to write the JavaScript, and I probably use like, I don't know, some kind of testing area to do it in. Because since changing this computer, I don't have my my testing areas for like doing JavaScript or any of that stuff. Makes me wonder if I could write it in Python. I might have to look that up. Because see, this is getting long. All this yarn keeps flying out at me. So, because I've been saving a bunch of 5 color palettes on my Pinterest board, and I'm gonna like grab all those images, put them in a folder, and then it should be at the point where I have a script that will pick one of those images randomly, and then that's your color palette for your blanket. I'm gonna have to sift through them first because some of them that I saved, the color values are just a little too close. Some of them do, but not all of them. So it's like I'll just pick the ones that don't have like 2 colors that are dang near the same, because it might be a little difficult to find the yarn in that specific color. I mean, it's basically a guideline, you know. It'll be 5 colors ranging from light to dark. And most of the palettes will have them like already sorted light to dark. So there won't be any kind of guessing. And yeah, I want to do that. I got to get it sorted first, and then I'm going to go through the color picker. And then whatever it lands on is the yarn I will get. I'm just blanket happy, apparently. I got way too many blankets going on right now. I got like 1, 2, 3. I think 3 blankets. No, wait, nope. 5. I have 5 that are all over here on my desk. Just right there, hanging out, waiting to be worked on. 2 of them are kind of long-term projects. One is definitely a long-term project because once I run out of the sock yarn that I have to get more sock yarn, which is fine. I knew I was going to end up having to do that anyway, but that's down the road because that's going to be my summer blanket, because last year was just, oh my goodness, so flippin' hot. Wait, oops, I dragged that to the right side. Let's not do that. Go back over there. Get to the back. All right. Let's try this again, shall we? There. Now it should just be where it is, in the back, where it belongs. That little knot that I had. Oops, that's not splitter yarn. Now, shoot, back up. Try this again, shall we? Because I split it before and didn't see it. There we go. Can't wait to start on the sleeves, because I'm going to do them in tandem, because I do believe both sleeves will start with the gray, and then we'll keep the same color, what's the word I'm looking for, sequence. We'll keep the same color sequence going down. So after gray, it will be blue, and then it'll start with the lilac again, and then until I reach the end. And it's the same thing. It'll be like 20 rows per color. So this is like the first crocheted wearable that is not a hat or scarf that I'm making. I'm hoping it turns out okay. It may not be perfect, but I will still use it. And then I have to figure out the hood situation, because seeing as it wraps this way and then this way on the return, after you put your arms through the sleeves, I have to figure out where the hood should be, because it's not straightforward as if it were like a regular jacket where the hood's like right there, starting at almost at the end where your front and your front panels will start at. Yeah. And another reason why I want to cake up all my scrap yarn over there, so I can like use it and make me I don't know, scrap something or other, because I still have a scrap ball over here that is going for my car blanket, and I'm waiting for that ball to get just a little bit bigger before I like get back to it. Oh crap, that's 6 blankets. Ugh. I forgot. I just remembered. So yeah, I got way too many blankets going on, and they just take forever to make. Like this blanket, the double knit blanket that I have, I started that during the pandemic back in 21, I think. It was either 21 or 22. I do not remember. But it's taken that long just to get to the last panel, because I didn't work on it for like, I want to say a year. Because I was just like, I don't want to work on this. I got other things I need to do. So I need to, every weekend I try to do a round robin with almost all of my projects. But in between each, like I'll work on this one for 4 rows, and then I'll do 2 rows of that double knit blanket, and then I'll pick up another project, work however much that is, and then do 2 more rows of that blanket, and then around and around and around. 7 blankets. My daughter's blanket is in the bedroom. It's like one year I got scarf happy, and then I got hat happy, now I'm blanket happy. I got so many scarves. I'm gonna have to I'm gonna wear the one that on the tutorial that I made like late last year, because well, it's a long-ish scarf that I can wrap around my wee little neck, and the hat fits over my ears and does not move even with my glasses being on, because it's gonna be cold this weekend, And I don't like it. And it's going to snow. So I need to be covered. And one of these days I'll buy another winter coat. The one I have, it's a Broncos coat that I've had for over 30 years. Or almost 30 years. Yeah. I need a new one. I mean, it does good. It keeps the wind out, but I can't exactly zip it up. The zipper's the zipper pull's messed up. I don't know how, I don't remember how that happened. I think it might have gotten caught in the car door or something. But I do need to get a new coat. And I will do it after winter's over so I can take advantage of, like, the sales. A nice thick winter coat. Now, if I could just have the coat that the football players wear on the sidelines in the winter, those really huge long ones, that would be great. That would keep me all sorts of warm. But they don't sell those, I don't believe. It's like, I'm pretty sure, like, starting Friday, I'm gonna have to wear leggings under my pants so my legs don't get cold. I'm gonna tuck the pant legs of the leggings into my socks so it doesn't ride up while I'm working, because it's just ridiculously cold. But it's gotta stay warm. I'm just hoping that it doesn't do what they think it's going to do on Friday. They're calling for 2 to 5 inches of snow. And I live on a busy, busy street. The street that I live on is the street I take to work. All the way down till I turn to go to work. So I'm hoping there won't be anybody on the road. Because I'm not going to be speed demoning my way to work. Oh, no, no. I will put myself to work. I will drive at the speed I feel the safest at. My job is 4 miles away. I want to get there in one piece. And same for the return trip back home. I will drive what I feel is safe for me. And I will get here eventually. So that's how that's going to work. Can't believe it's going to do it for 3 days. Ugh. And I have to spend 2 of them at work. And I'm not going anywhere on Sunday. No. The high is only going to be like... Earlier today it said it was only going to be 9 for the high. And then checked it about an hour or so ago. The high is going to be 11. And I'm like, it's going to flip-flop. It's only Tuesday. That's so far away. But seeing it's going to do that, I probably won't have my daughter over this weekend, because this is going to be ridiculously cold and snow's going to be everywhere, and it'll be no fun. Not sure when I'm going to put this episode out. Probably tomorrow, and then the vlog will come out on Thursday. And tomorrow I'm gonna start catching up the temperature blanket. Both of them. I gotta be absolutely nuts doing 2 of them at once. It's crazy. I mean, I know they're like, during my like travels, like looking up temperature blankets and seeing what other people have done, there was people that did like 3 of them for like 3 different cities, and I'm like, that's insane. Of course, I'm just one temperature blanket away from that insanity myself, but I'm not going to do that. And I'm gonna make I do plan on doing temperature blankets for my kids the year they were born. I just need to figure out what I want to do for it. My son was over last weekend, and he was like so mad he didn't take his blanket that I finished back with him. He's like, "Oh, I was so mad." I'm like, "Yeah, I know. It's been sitting here since you were last here." So he took it back with him yesterday. So hopefully he washed it, because there's no way I can do it over here. Like those washers, that would probably end up being the only thing I would stick in a washer. But yeah, the washers here are kind of small. They're front loaders, so they're kind of annoying. If they had them up on pedestals, it wouldn't be so bad, but you have to bend down so far just to chuck your dirty clothes in them. It's like, that's another reason why I want a house. I have my own washer and dryer and wouldn't have to worry about that stuff. And I can, like, wash my blankets when they need them. Because I have not been able to do any of that at all. Because the washers are shallow and the dryers only run for like 47 minutes. And you'd have to pay another $1.25 or whatever the heck it is. It's not $1.20. I think it's $1.75 or something like that for the dryer. It's $2.50 for the wash. So it ends up being about $4.25 or something like that for one load wash and dry. I'm like, man, if I had my own, wouldn't have to worry about it. Getting nice and toasty over here in the corner. This little space heater does wonders. I don't remember the brand it was, but they were like $12 or something at Walmart. And I had one fail. It was kind of the coils. They had coils. So once it started, it would trip. It would work for like 5 minutes and then it would trip off. 4, 6, 7. I'm on row 8. I'd open it up, clean all the dust out of it, and put it back together, and usually it would work until I needed to do it again. But the last one I had, no matter what I did, it just kept tripping off. It would shut off. So I was like, well, poop. So I bought this one. I've had this for a couple of years and it works great. It's a tiny little, like a little tower, and I can set it to oscillate if I want to. And I could probably put it like back there. If the outlets here are inconvenient, so it's impossible to really like set it somewhere other than right at my desk. And I could just set it on top of a table or something, and then I could just have it oscillate and warm up that way. My air conditioner also has a heat function on it. So if the actual radiant heater isn't working, I can turn that on. I just got to make sure that the filter is cleaned before I do that. Otherwise, the dust that gets blown in from that sets off the smoke detector. Yeah, that was fun. Didn't know that was going to happen until I tried using it, and it was like all of a sudden this one started beeping, and I'm like, oh good God, I'm too short for this. So thankfully my son was here and he got it turned off. So the next time I went to do it, I stood over there with my mop just so I could reach it, the button to like turn it off if it went off. So I stood there for 5 minutes. It didn't go off, so I was like, all right, good. Until I did it the next year, and it blew in dust, and I was like, oh, jeez. Stood over there with the mop again just to make sure it wasn't going to go off. But I haven't had to use it. I think I used it once just to get the chill out of the air, and then it was fine. But that's why I want to make these things like little desk jackets that I can wear when I'm over here. Hopefully this is the last year I'm in this place. I need to move somewhere else that doesn't require me walking up 3 flights of frickin' stairs day in and day out. Ah. Okay, let's not skip a stitch, please. I don't want to have to add an extra one. I do want to put a button loop and a button on this too, so it stays closed. I could also wear it open if I wanted to, and then slap the hood on if I so desire. So, I need some coffee. Ugh. What's my timer got? 6.5 minutes. I might get to 12 rows or row 12 on this. I've already done 2. I think I'm on row 9 right now. So I've done 7 rows. I'm gonna have plenty of this blue left over. So, yeah, the color palette challenge is going to be crochet. Well, the first one is. I haven't figured out a knit version yet. Yeah, I'm still trying to figure that one out. So that would require me doing the color picker twice. So I can have my colors for each of them, and they shouldn't be the same. But I have to actually sit down and write the script. I might, well, I can't do it just yet. I have to eat dinner first, or get the inner workings of it going. Yeah, because what I was saying earlier, it's like I use Visual Studio Code to write my, do my websites with. So since I switched the computer, I hadn't really been in Visual Studio Code, so everything is just not, it's not set up properly. And I need to get it set up properly. I also need to get my music plugins set up properly and fixed. Especially my Spitfire Labs stuff. I don't understand why I keep getting this error. Oh, this isn't right. Like, I just want my plugins. I don't want to have to uninstall and reinstall them, because then I'm terrified I'm not going to be able to get the ones I paid for. The Labs plugins are free. I paid for, I think, two of the $29 plugins. I haven't looked at those in a hot minute, what they have on their site, because I know I wanted to get a few more, but I need to get these shenanigans fixed first before I think about doing any of that. So I can get on with making music and trying to get organized so I can uncover my poor piano. I haven't done any piano videos in forever. So I've got all of these old public domain piano books, piano practice, or you're learning piano books from like way back when. So I've been going through those and putting them on YouTube. But not with me in them, because once the camera's on me and trying to play the piano, no, it's not going to work. I did it before, but I'm just like, I don't really need to be in this video. The music. I'll just play the music. And then make the video and then be on with my day. Darn it. Okay. Almost skipped a stitch again. Almost. Not quite. 2, 4, 6, 8. Yeah, maybe I was a little advantageous saying I'd get 12 rows done. I might get 11. Because I'm on row 10 right now. Halfway to finishing this color block. But ugh, my knees being extra snappy today. Cold and just being on my feet a lot at work. So yeah, one of these days I'll get a wireless microphone so I don't have to worry about talking too loud, because sometimes I don't, because the microphone is far away. It's about 1.5 feet from me, and I have to constantly, like, when I go to edit these before I upload, I have to turn up the volume on the microphone in DaVinci Resolve, just so it's at an audible level. If I had a wireless mic, I probably wouldn't have to worry about that too much, but I don't, because I do not know what I want. I would like a wireless one. That way I'm not having to be tethered to anything. And I don't know how those wireless ones work. If I have to have a unit and plug it into my interface, I have absolutely no idea. Oh. I got this much left to go in this row. 2, 4, 6, 8. I got still a little too advantageous. I only got to row 10. So I did -2, 8 rows in 30 minutes. I'm trying to get across this row. And done. For right now. Anyway, let me know what you worked on during this session, and I will see you in the next video. Bye-bye for now.